Now, what is goods and services tax? It is abbreviated as GST. Now, goods and services is a type of sales tax. Sales tax means when you are selling or buying something, that is what you pay a certain amount of tax, and that is what we call goods and services tax. Okay, sales tax means basically what you need to remember is that when you are selling something, then you are paying, then you are receiving a certain tax, and you are paying also a certain tax. Okay, so what is that tax mean? Now, GST has been divided into three categories. The first is CGST, which is also called as the Central Goods and Services Tax. Central means this you are paying to the central government. Okay, this tax goes to the central government. Next is the SGST. This is State Goods and Services Tax. This goes to the state government. And this, as I said, is for central government. Okay. And thirdly, you have another type which is called the IGST. This is called as the integrated GST, integrated goods and services tax. Okay. Integrated goods and services tax also goes to the central government. Now, what is the difference between IGST and CGST? These two are intrastate taxes. That is, if the movement of goods are occurring within the same state. For example, if a buyer in West Bengal, if a seller in West Bengal is selling to another buyer in West Bengal, then CGST and SGST will apply. So intrastate taxes, that is within the same state. Okay, and IGST, integrated GST, means this is interstate taxes. That is between two or more states. Suppose someone in Rajasthan is buying from a seller in West Bengal, then IGST will be applicable. Okay, so just remember this, that CGST, SGST are for taxes that are applicable for goods that are being sold within the same state. IGST is a tax that is applicable for interstate taxes or interstate transactions. For example, if someone in Delhi is buying from someone in West Bengal, then he will pay an IGST. Okay, so these are the three types of GST. Now, what happens in case of GST? If suppose the rate of GST is, suppose the rate of GST is 12%, then what we do is we give 6% to the central government as GST. CGST will be half of this 12, which is 6%, and the state government will take half of this. Okay, so whatever is the rate of GST, you divide it by 2, and the half will go to the central government and the remaining half will go to the state government. Okay, now how do we calculate? We'll see with the help of a problem. Okay, so let's see the problems. Now, these problems that I'm discussing, these problems, if you understand, This problem, after understanding these problems, you can solve any problem. That is why there are 3 or 4 problems that I have done. Okay. Now this is a little inverted, so little painful to read, but you can still read. The question here is: a manufacturer sells a washing machine to a wholesaler for rupees 15,000. The wholesaler sells it to a trader at a profit of rupees 1,200, and the trader sells it to a consumer for a profit of rupees 1,800. What do you mean by a manufacturer? Somebody who is making the goods, right?
Makes
Someone who
the
is making
product.
the goods, right?
Yes, sir.
That is what we call manufacturer. Now the manufacturer is selling to a wholesaler. What do you mean by wholesaler? A wholesaler is the one who keeps the,
Shopkeeper who
yes,
sells.
no, not shopkeeper. Wholesaler is the one who keeps a lot of goods in stock in a godown. Okay. For example, suppose someone is selling, let's say, mobile phones, wholesaler of mobile phones. That means what he is doing is he is purchasing 2,000 mobile phones. Understand? And what he is doing, these 2,000 mobile phones he's keeping in the godown. Okay. He's keeping these 2,000 mobile phones. He's purchasing in bulk. Okay. And he's keeping in the godown. Now, why is he purchasing? He is also purchasing to sell. To sell to whom? He is selling it to a trader. Now, what do you mean by trader? Trader is the one which you have your normal shops, right? If you want to buy a mobile phone, you go to these shops, right? Retail shops. These are called the traders. Okay. So the uh, manufacturer sells it to a wholesaler, and wholesaler is selling to a trader. And from the trader, that is your retail shops, now you are going as a consumer because you want to use. You are not buying a mobile phone to sell it to someone else. Okay, you are buying it to use it, right? So you are the consumer. You are consuming the good. Okay. So you go to these retail shops and you buy it from them. You don't buy one mobile phone, you cannot buy it from a wholesaler, right? But suppose if I want to buy 10 mobile phones, then what will I do? I will not go to the trader. I will go to the wholesaler, right? And why should I go to the wholesaler? Can anyone tell me why should I go to the wholesaler?
Sir,
Sir,
they
because
give it
I
in a
want
low
little,
amount.
not
To buy something.
No, if I want to buy
They
one,
sell it in a lesser price.
Sir, will be low.
Yes, sir.
To
sir,
buy
he
it
will
in
give
lesser
in less
price.
price.
In less price, sir.
To buy in a
exactly,
discount.
because see, because from the wholesaler, if you are buying 10 mobile say phones from a wholesaler, he will give you at a cheap price because he has so many phones. He is buying it at less because the wholesaler, suppose, is buying the mobile phone for 9,500 rupees. He's buying how many? He's buying 1,000 phones. He's buying each mobile phone for 9,500. Okay, 1,000 phone he's bought for 9,500 rupees. Now, why has he bought? He has not bought to sell one at a time. He has bought it to sell, say, 50 at a time. Right? So that when the retailer comes to him, or when the trader comes to him, he will say, give me 50 phones. And then he will say, okay, fine, you want 50 phones? Then I will charge you 12,000 rupees. So the wholesaler, he is giving the retailer for 12,000 rupees when he is buying it at 9,500 because he is buying in bulk, he is buying it for cheap. So that is why if you want 10 mobile phones, you will not go to the retailer because retailer is buying it at 12,000 rupees. He will say, okay, if you want to buy 10 phones, then 12,000 into 10, you give me 1,20,000 rupees for 10 phones minimum, or he can charge extra also, 500 rupees profit he will keep. And then he will say that 10 phones, so give me 1,25,000. Okay. So either this or minimum or this, at least this. So you are ending up paying how much? 1,25,000 rupees to the retailer. Whereas if you go to the wholesaler, he's buying at 9,500. So therefore he'll say, okay, fine, you give me only 10,000 rupees per phone. Okay. And if you're buying 10 phones, you give me 1 lakh rupees in total. Right? So what happens? If you're going to the retailer, he is charging you 1,25,000. And if you're going to the wholesaler, he's only charging you 1 lakh rupees for 10 phones. So obviously you are saving 25,000 rupees, right? So therefore, obviously, if you want to buy in bulk, you will go to the wholesaler. Retailer is just for one or two. Okay, the shops that you go here and there, that will be only for one or two phones. But if you want to buy in bulk, suppose you want to buy 10 phones or 15 phones, then you should go to a wholesale. That is the difference. Okay. So now once the wholesaler and the retailer concept is clear, now whenever you are doing this kind of a problem, always see what is something we call a in the, if you're taking commerce, you will see that something we call as a supply chain. Try to
Yes,
construct
sir.
the supply chain. Okay, I think you have done supply chain in your commerce classes. Something we call the supply chain. What is the supply chain here? Manufacturer is there, right?
Yes, sir.
He is making the good. What is he doing? He is selling it to the wholesaler, right? And what is the wholesaler doing? He is selling to the retailer.
Distribution of product.
Yes. And what is the retailer doing?
Selling it to the consumer.
Consumer. This is called, this chain that I have drawn, this is called as the supply chain. So whenever you are doing this kind of a problem, always try to construct the supply chain. Okay. So here in this case, we have how many people in the supply chain? 4 people: manufacturer, wholesaler, retailer, and consumer. These 4 people we have in the supply chain. Okay. So manufacturer is making the mobile phone. He is selling it to the wholesaler. And then the same mobile phone is going to the retailer. And then ultimately the consumer is using that mobile. Okay. Consumer is not buying for to sell. Consumer is buying to use. Okay. Now let's see. Now, whenever you read this kind of, first of all, as I said, you construct the supply chain. Once the supply chain has been constructed, okay, now you've tried to find out the selling price of each of them. So manufacturer, in this case, what is the selling price? A manufacturer sells a washing machine to a wholesaler for rupees 15,000. So what is the selling price here? 15,000, right? So manufacturer selling price, we are only concerned with the selling price, not the cost price, only the selling price, remember. Okay. Next, wholesaler. What is the selling price of the wholesaler? If you read the question, it said the wholesaler sells it to a trader at a profit of 1,200 rupees. So he's buying from the manufacturer for 15,000. Yes. So he's now the wholesaler is selling at a profit of 1,200 rupees. That means adding 1,200 rupees to his cost price, and he's selling the article or the washing machine
3,200.
for how much?
620.
This is 16,200, right?
Hmm.
He is selling for this. Now retailer. Retailer, what is the selling price of the retailer? If you read the question, it says that the trader, in fact, not the retailer. Here the word is trader. So let's write trader. Okay, and the trader sells it to a consumer at a profit of 1,800 rupees. Now he is buying, trader is buying for how much? 16,200, right? And he is selling at a profit of 1,800 rupees. That means to 16,200, he is adding 800 rupees and then selling. So how much should be your this thing here?
70.
18,000, right?
18,000.
So his selling price is 18,000. And for the consumer, he is not buying to sell. So there is no question of selling price for the consumer. Okay. Now, how much is the consumer paying?
Cost price.
18,000.
Consumer is paying 18,000 rupees, right? Let's write pays here. Consumer pays 18,000 rupees. But not only 18,000 rupees the consumer is paying. The consumer is paying 18,000 rupees plus some taxes. What are these taxes? These are the central GST and the state GST. Okay, now normally you will see this. When you are buying a mobile phone, you will see they give you a bill, right? And what does this bill look like? First of all, they will have their names, whatever, name of the shop, address written here. And then they will have a table like this. And then they will have something called as the particulars written here. and amount written here. Okay. And how do they make the bill? What they will do is they will first write the amount for the mobile phone. Suppose you are buying a Samsung mobile phone. Okay. And suppose you are buying it at say 10,000 rupees. Now what they will do is, you see they'll something called a CGST will be written here. Okay. And SGST will be written here. Now on mobile phones, I think the current rate of tax is, I think it is 18%, I think. Okay. It's current rate of GST. The combined rate of GST, this is not written. I'm just
Sir, it
writing
is
for you.
fixed in every phone.
Which one?
It GST percent is fixed in every phone.
For each item it differs. For example, mobile phone, it is I think 18%. If you go to restaurants, the GST is 5%. Okay. There's an entire list from the government that comes out. Okay.
So sir,
That
if one phone is
So for
We have
18,000
food
and
and
one phone
advantage.
is 50,000, so same percent, 18%.
Yes, for phones. I'm not talking about companies. The rate for mobile phone will be the same. So whether you are buying Samsung, whether you are buying uh, what should I say,
iPhone.
Oppo or whatever phone you are buying, rates will be the same because the product still stands to be mobile phones, right? The product still is mobile phone, but whatever company you are buying, that is different. So suppose you are buying a refrigerator. Now refrigerator is also an electronic item. So even that will be 18%. Okay. And suppose if you are going to a restaurant, but restaurant is something different, right? It's not a product. It's not an uh, electronic good. So therefore, the government has set the rate for such services to be 5%. So the rates will differ according to the item, not according to company. Okay. Now this is the kind of bill that will look like. I think the current rate of GST in mobile phones is 18%. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think it's 18%. So what happens is you will see this written here, CGST 9% and SGST 9%. Okay. Now what happens? You calculate 9% of 10,000. This will come to 900 rupees, I think. So you will write 900 rupees like this, and SGST, you will also write 900 rupees. So 9% of 10,000 and 9% of
Yes
10,000.
sir, it's 14.
And now what he'll do is he'll total this up, 11,800. So this is the amount that you are going to pay to him, 11,800. Okay. And therefore, what is the consumer paying then? In this case, he is paying 900 rupees as your
11,000.
CGST. So consumer is not only paying 10,000 rupees, he is also paying the CGST, this one. He is also paying the SGST, this one. Okay. And then you get the total of what he is paying. Is this clear?
yes, sir.
So that is what this is about. Now remember, first thing is whenever you are attempting problems on GST, always try to first find out what the selling price of each is. And because consumer is not purchasing to sell, there's no question of selling price for the consumer. Okay, so the consumer only pays CGST and SGST. In fact, in this system, the consumer pays all the taxes. It only gets appropriated, distributed to manufacturer, wholesaler, and trader.
The consumer and customer are different now.
Consumer, customer, they are different, but that
Yes
is
sir.
something that is very specialized. Okay, that is commerce field. So I would not like to get into it. Consumer and customer are two different things. But for the time being, you can consider them to be the same. So manufacturer, what is the rate of GST given here? 12%, right? Let's write the rate of GST here. 12% rate of GST. That means CGST is how much? 6%. SGST is 6%. Okay. Now, since manufacturer is selling it for 15,000, how much CGST is he paying? 6% of 15,000. This is he's paying to the government.
Sir,
Yes,
sir, it will be always half that if it's
always
12
half,
then 6
always, always.
Oh,
Didi takes half, Modi takes half. Okay. So CGST and SGST. So this is what the manufacturer is paying. Okay. So how much will this come to? I think this should come to 900 rupees. right? Clear with this? We are calculating the CGST on the selling price, remember. Similarly, we calculate the CGST for the wholesaler and SGST for the wholesaler. And we calculate the CGST for the trader also and SGST for the trader. Okay,
So sir, 16,200 divided by
exactly. This
Yeah.
must be 6% of 16,200. This must also be 6% of 16,200. And here CGST will be 6% of 18,000. And this will be 6% of 18,000.
972.
Okay. So I'm not calculating this today. Okay. Just remember this for the time being, that this is how GST is calculated. Okay.